afternoon, guys. It is about 1:30 and I'm going to venture out into the greenhouse today. Now, it is the day after a snowstorm. We got about 2.5, 3 feet of snow, so we didn't clear the path to the greenhouse, but I do have to go in and check. I want to see if there was any frost leakage and stuff like that, just so I can plan and prepare if there's any updates I need to make to the greenhouse for next year. So I need to go in and see how things are going. Plus, I'm eager to start my seeds, so I need to start getting prepared for that and getting the greenhouse set up for my seed starting. So I'm gonna attempt to make it out to the greenhouse today. And I'm gonna give myself grace because I have a tendency to over plan, and then when things don't work out the way that I plan them to, I get really disappointed, I get really unmotivated and uninspired. So I'm working on that for myself, to hope for the best but expect the worst. So let's try to make it up to the greenhouse today. So this is what we're working with. The snow has completely covered the path to the greenhouse, and I do see some blockage by the door as well, so I may need to go and get our shovel to shovel myself out. So let's get dressed and let's go out and see how we do out there. Pulling out the big guns today with my Uggs. These ones are waterproof dry tech. They go kind of like halfway up my calf, so these should be good enough to hopefully give me some coverage, but I guess we'll see, because I think these are 14, and I'm not even gonna fold it over. I'm gonna go all the way up today. I think these are 14, so let's see if the snow is higher than my boots. Make our way through this mess. We made it in, and I haven't been here. I've been neglecting the greenhouse, honestly. Full disclosure, I have been neglecting the greenhouse, and so I'm definitely paying the price for it now, because my lemon tree is dead, and I'm gonna cut off what I can and see if I can bring her back to life. Now that, that was a workout. Now that I'm gonna be working in here more consistently, I feel like she'll probably be better managed. But yeah, so it's time to do a little bit of cleaning up and getting this place together. Interestingly enough, it's actually pretty warm outside, but I'm actually quite hot now because it is so warm outside. And I know it sounds weird coming from the fact that we are in the middle of winter and the temperature is set to be -8. Feels like -16. Because of the sun, it is so warm. So I just shoveled a path down the front of the greenhouse and around the sides, and I cleared off as much snow as I could from around the ledge. It seems like the sides and the front got it the most. That's probably because we get our highest sun in the morning from behind the greenhouse, and it comes this way. These are the little light thingies I'm looking for, so now I need to check and make sure that they work, because these are gonna go, I'm hoping these will go on top of this guy right here. So I went to Sheridan on Saturday, and I got this seed starting kit, and I'm really hoping that this will fit. Well, it doesn't fit, but it sits there nicely, and so I can use this to transfer light. But I also need to check and make sure that it works. So these use USB-C, and I have a plug here. So let's see. Hold on. Fingers crossed for me. I'm pretty sure they don't work. It works! Yes! So exciting! I had initially bought those back when we lived in Oakville, and I started my whole seed starting station in the basement. Now I have a greenhouse, and it's crazy because I wanted a greenhouse. I was looking through my photos the other day, and I shared my first greenhouse. Not shared, I saved my first greenhouse from Pinterest in 2015. So I wanted a greenhouse for 10 years before I was able to afford one, which is crazy to me when you think about, you know, setting your mind to something and wanting to achieve it. So I'm feeling really good about that when I saw it. But I have this, and then what I'm really, really excited about is this Sprout Box hard plastic seed tray. So I got this as a part of a Christmas gift, and then I was able to get the remaining seed starters from Sprout Box, and I got them in different colors. And I'm not a Sprout Box ambassador. The set comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 6 cells. That's 72. These are rock solid. These trays hold the 12 6 cells, and then there's another one that has, I believe, 8 4 cells, and so I think I'm going to be purchasing that other set as well, but this is kind of like what I'm really excited about. Then after that, I went to Sheridan as well. At the same time I picked up that tray, I also grabbed some soil. Now, the company that Sheridan usually gets their soil from, called Fafard, they went under. I'm guessing it's oh, my greenhouse is leaking. Right now there is ice and snow sitting on my vent, and I think also given the heat in here, the vent is trying to open and then water is getting in. So I think I actually need to turn it up a little bit higher so that I can get some heat going in here, because heat rises, right? So, oh, come on, there, 83. So hopefully that will help it a little bit. This one's not leaking because there's no snow on it, but the front one definitely is. And that's probably because the sun is on that side. But anyways, that surprised me. So yes, so for Ford went under, I'm guessing it's the tariffs, but I was able to get soil from a new vendor that they have. And this is Cinnabar Valley Farms, and if I'm not mistaken, Cinnabar is Canadian. Yes, they're from BC, and so this soil is potting soil, but it also has been blended for better starting. So it's really good for seed starting. So this is the starter mix, and then I got 3 bags of those. So I have 2 72 cell trays, 3 bags of soil. I also went ahead and got my plant labels, and I got these color coded, so I have them in pink, blue, green, yellow, and white, and this is to separate my herbs from my veggies, from my flowers. And then the last thing I want to show you is this, and this is not new to you guys. You guys have seen my seed organizer before. This one is actually still not what I'm looking for. And so I'm still on the hunt for finding the perfect seed storage kit. And if I can't find one, then I guess I'll just make one. But I have all of my seeds in here, and I did do a massive seed haul last year, so I didn't need to replace a lot of seeds. But I'm gonna go through with you the vegetables that I will be growing for like this month. So we're gonna be doing leeks. This is the American flag. We have French shallots. This is the zabroon. Tall Utah celery. I need to get these in soil right away. I probably should have started them sooner. I have thyme, red onion. This is the Rosa Milano. And then lots of bell peppers. I have red bell pepper, jalapeno, chocolate bell, Scotch bonnet, purple beauty bell, cayenne pepper, and I have a couple of eggplants. So these are the vegetables that I'll be starting this month. And then for flowers, I'll be starting this month. I don't have a lot. I did, however, place a massive flower order from Fairy Seeds. I just discovered them. But to talk about the plants that I have this year, my goal, my ambition is to grow an entire cut flower garden from seed. I know it's a big ambition, and I'm really hoping that I can accomplish it. And I'm probably gonna need you guys' help, because I'm not a big flower grower. My bread and butter is vegetables. So I'm just really hoping that I can grow some flowers this year. So let's see how that goes. I'm gonna just quickly tell you what I'll be growing. So some of the flowers that I have, and then I also have some flowers coming in the mail, like I mentioned. But some of the ones that I already have that I will be growing is I have yarrow, favorite berries. I have some sweet peas that I'm super excited to start. I grew sweet peas for the first time last year, and I didn't take it seriously because I honestly, last year I started late, the weather was horrible, and so in the transition from where we were living to moving into our new home, I lost a lot of my starts. I think I was only able to save the sweet peas and my ground cherry. And so I had started that in March. I was very lucky that the ground cherry survived. The sweet peas, they did okay, but because I didn't think they were gonna survive, I kept them in pots. This year I do wanna do an arbor, and then I want the sweet peas to climb over that. So I do plan to grow quite a bit in order to achieve that. So I have some sweet peas. I have Lycianthus. These are annuals, but they're so beautiful, and I'm probably starting them a little late, but I'm definitely going to start those today. So this Lycianthus is the Arena 3 Gold, and this one is the Elegance 3 Champagne. And then I also have, I think I already told you about the yarrow. So these are kind of the stuff that I want to start today. And then once the rest of my seeds come in, then I will start those. So this weekend is gonna be for this stuff. Well, it's not weekend, it's a snow day. Since I don't have a mixing tray, I'm gonna use one of these guys to do my starts. And then I just need to get my tools. Now, I have misplaced my favorite, I've misplaced my dibber, and I've misplaced my favorite trowel. So I'm going to be using this one, and then my dibber also had my measurements on it, and so because I don't have that, I have my ruler, which I'll be using for that. I have my soil, and then so now the next thing that I need is I need to get some water to get that started. I also have this trowel that my sister gifted me from Cedar Planters. So that one's nice and shiny too. I really love this one, but I don't think I need it today because it's really just kind of, you can look at the shape of this and see that it's not really for scooping, it's really more for digging. It's almost like a mini shovel. So now I'm gonna go see if I can get back into my shed and find my my lights. I feel like I know where they are, but I need to be sure. So let me go see if I can do that. Just in time, I came inside because I'm also baking, and I have a sourdough loaf that's in our mudroom that is currently bulk fermenting. So it's been 3 hours. I'm gonna check on that now and see how it's looking, and then I'm gonna see if it's ready to do its bench rest. I've been making sourdough on and off for some time. I've been consistently making sourdough for maybe about 6-7 months now. Let me go get my dough. Let me see how it's doing. I'll show it to you guys and everything, and I hope it's ready for its bench rest. This is what it's looking like. It's grown some, I'd say about 20-30%, which is what I want because this is a higher hydration loaf. So I'm gonna wet my finger and test it and see how it bounces back, and then that will tell me if it's ready to bench rest. Yeah, that looks good. Yep, and I have bubbles on the side, so that's perfect. She's looking good. Get her out. So like if you look, see how smooth that is? Oh, she's looking very lovely. I feel like honestly this is probably, this loaf, this recipe, this hydration, I think I found it. This is probably the best. Let me wet my hands. This is probably the best handle I've had on a loaf. So it's gonna give her a turn to give her a nice shape. Make sure that she's nice and tucked in. And then I'm gonna leave her here to bench rest. She's gonna bench rest for about 15 minutes. And then I will give her another coil fold, flour my banneton, put her in there, and then put her in the fridge. Okay, so we have our bench rest, and I just lightly dusted it with flour. So I'm gonna do one last fold, just a loose coil fold, and then I'm gonna flip her, gather all my ends. I'm gonna give her a nice little pinch. I'm gonna put her in my banneton, seam side up, and then this is gonna go into the fridge for an 8 to 12 hour cold ferment. So that's done. I'm gonna pop her in the fridge and we're good to go. Oh my Lanta, I just realized I wasn't recording. So welcome back. It is golden hour in the greenhouse, so I have to stand back here so that you guys can see me properly, because if I come forward, I'm like right in the sun and it's killing my eyes. But I've been very lucky. It took searching all of the prospective locations twice to find these. And when I did finally find them, they were literally right in front of me. So I have some things. I don't have everything I need. I have enough to start one seed tray, which is still a lot because that's 72 starts I can do. And I'm thinking of dedicating one cell to like one family, because I need to count, but I have less than 72 here, so I can definitely grow more than 72 seeds. I have my water, I have 2 grow lights, and then I just need to get one more heat mat to start my second set of seeds, and those are going to be the flowers that come in, my flower seeds. But this is mostly for the veg that I'm going to be growing, which I already have, and that will get me going. So I also have space heaters to keep the place warm at night if I need to. I do have the heat pump, but it runs all day and it's not really, like, it uses a lot of electricity. So I need to be mindful of that when I am doing my heating. Right now it is on. Yep, right now it's on. It's set and blowing at 83. And I'm just getting my stuff started. My seats are done. Very, very happy. If you look, I have them color coded. Don't mind the random green one over here on this side. But the blues are flowers. The reds, the pinks are my onions, and the greens are my herbs. And then the yellows are kind of like my celery, leeks, and bell peppers. And then the whites are my eggplants. So that's how they're kind of labeled. I'm giving myself extra time and extra seeds just in case we run into any issues. Then we can sort that out because we will have time. So that is where I'm going to leave the vlog off today. Thank you so much for coming with me into the greenhouse and getting all set up. And I will see you guys next week. We'll check on the seeds, see how they're doing, and we'll see how the weather is doing to see if we can bring the seeds in. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.